Hello everyone, Positron taking a quick look at Mystik Belle. This is a game by Last Dimension. It's just a singular developer. I know him as, I think it's like Dark Falk's his name. He ran a Kickstarter for a game called Legend of Ia, and in the process, he's actually released two other games. Ultionis, A Tale of Petty Revenge, which I think was last year, and now Mystik Belle. Kind of the interesting thing about it is how I came across this game is just that for the backers of Legend of Ia, since he's still working on it, and it's been a little while now, he's actually given out the side projects to anybody like at the $10+ range. So it's kind of been an interesting ride. Definitely someone I support a lot, and I think it's really cool that the projects he's making in the short term to make sure he has all the funding for the long term, he's kind of just giving away to the people that backed him originally. I think that's a really cool thing. So anyway, Mystik Belle, I'm going to start a new game here. We'll get a little bit of a cutscene, dialogue, and then I'll explain. One coldly October night, freshman student of the Hagmore School of Witchcraft, Belle McFay, was just minding her business, practicing her entry-level fire magic in a shadowy hallway outside her dorm. A sudden chill and a deafening clang of doors flying open startled her. A dark figure darted past Belle, almost, but not quite running into her. Before our poor Belle could think of anything witty to yell, the jerk who just about knocked her off her feet, strong, grown-up hand grabbed her ear, and a cranky old voice said, "Young Lady McFay, you are in so much trouble." I actually skipped over this when I was prepping for this video, so this is all new to me too. So what do you have to say for yourself, young lady? This is kind of like the council here. What did I do? I seriously have no idea what this is about. Don't play dumb with us, whippersnapper. You ruined the Warplegeschnacked brew with one of your infernal fire spells. Infernal, I tell ya. No crap, the brew is ruined. But how can my fire spell interfere with it, or did you just blame me because I was hanging around in the hallway? Come to think of it, I've actually seen something or rather someone. Silence, insolent child. You're guilty and that's the end of it. Now you can either atone for your transgression or be expelled from this school at once. Your choice. So freaking typical. Fine, I'll fix the brew. What do I need? Good. The council accepts your plea. In order to restore the brew, you must find these 3 items. The Bloom of Twilight, Claw of a Werewolf, a Dragon's Scale. Oh boy. Dragon's Scale, a Claw of a... Where am I going to get this stuff? Especially in such a short notice. That, young lady, isn't our concern, but I would suggest looking for some of these items in the Dark Forest. Yes. But some might be found within the walls of this very school, yes. Be careful, girl. Oh, I'm not going to try that again. Is near, and the spirits are restless. The danger awaits you around every corner. Fantastic. Just expel me now, so it's utterly insane. Ms. Willow, your homeroom teacher, who bears responsibility for all the actions of our students, will be working on the brew along with you. Go see her first. Okay. So, here we are. This is Belle. She is our character. And that is actually our hall pass. So, this is, it's kind of set up like a Metroidvania, but it's not. It's kind of a hybrid of a Metroidvania and a point-and-click adventure game. Very heavily on the adventure game elements. It is much more an adventure game than it is a Metroidvania game, and I want to put that out right away. If you're looking for just a straight Metroidvania, this might not be your thing. This is out on Steam now as well. It made it through Greenlight, I believe. And it's up on Steam. I think it's $12.99. I think it's 30% off right now at the time of this video recording, and should probably still be the 30% off when this goes up. Yeah, so let's talk to these people, and I'll start explaining a little more about the game as we go on. Being a proper young witch, you must take responsibility for your own misdeeds. I didn't do it. Surely you must realize that on some level. I think this one kind of knows, and the other two are just cranky. Dumb girl, wow, what have you done? Really didn't do anything. Makes no difference now. Well, yeah, it does. Potion isn't restored on time, it wouldn't even matter. You are in luck, girl. The Bloom of Twilight can only be found during full moon around Walpurgisnacht. I'm butchering that, I'm sure. Blooms in the shade of the oldest tree in the forest. Alright, good to know. And this lady reminds me of, was it like Rocco's Modern Life, I think? There was a character that looks kind of like this? Maybe I'm crazy. Where does it think it's going? No hall pass? Can't go. So, this goes to the main mechanic of the game. We have our hall pass. We can use it as the ticket. Alrighty, so for the sake of this video, I'm actually going to drop my hall pass. And this kind of will come into play in terms of... Actually, you know what? I'm going to carry it with me because there's a couple of dialogues that are interesting. So you can see some of the kind of standard Metroidvania stuff here. We have our main fireball spell right now. We are level 1. We have a health bar, and below that is an experience bar. And one thing that strikes me initially about this game is the art is awesome. For a quick project made by one person, the art in this is great. I really love the style. It's really charming. It's really quirky. One thing that probably is noticeable is it looks a little floaty. And it is. And that's probably one small negative I have about the game. It's actually kind of in a strange place where it feels smoother than it looks. So, I mean, on some level, I think that's partly the aesthetic he's going for. It's not necessarily a design flaw, but it might turn some people off. But it controls very smoothly. We have jump and shoot. When we're close to enemies, we automatically do that swing. I think the swing actually does more damage, which is pretty cool. Alright, so let's see. This is a huge yellow tank full of toxic weed killer. Huh. So for this quick look, what I want to do is I want to show off a couple of the first puzzles. I played about maybe 2 hours or so of the game. Maybe a little less. Maybe spending about an hour or so, but enough that I know how to solve the first couple of puzzles. So this is a closed door. Can't do anything with this yet. Assume we get an upgrade for that at some point. There is a mini map, but as far as I know, there's no bigger map. Told us a travel mirror used for quickly getting around the academy, but only if one knows where the other ones are located. This is the only one who knows. So this is like quick travel and like Symphony of the Night or something like that. And the pretty nifty shadow effects there. So, kind of Medusa ghosts, or Medusa head ghost, I should say. I think, yeah, this is Miss Sky Willow Stice. She's our homeroom teacher. Oh, Belle, what have you done? Madame Hagmore is furious and we're almost out of time to recreate the brew. Please believe me, I had nothing to do with that. I was practicing the hallway and some crazy clatter. Some jerk almost knocked me off my feet. The next thing I know, I'm being dragged into the council chambers. This changes everything. Why didn't you tell the council? Well, barely get a word in. They seem to have made up their mind even before I opened my mouth. This is bad. Not only do we have to get these rare ingredients, but also watch out for whoever sabotaged the brew in the first place. Be careful and be sure to bring me the ingredients as you find them. Try to help you as much as I can. Brew requires me to constantly keep an eye on it, so she's not going anywhere. So we have an item here. And actually, in every room there's an item, you'll see a white dot there until you pick it up. And we show her this. That's mine. Desperate times, desperate measures, Miss Willow. I totally need it. For stuff, I guess. Make sure you don't go spraying poison all over the school. And I'll try. So, this is a weed sprayer. Well, if you were thinking cleverly here, and I just fell all the way down, there's some rubbish here too. There is actually something you can do with the rubbish that's kind of funny. There's also that art below here. That painting to my right is actually art from one of his other games, I believe. Maybe Voldemort in the background there. So, we can go up here. And back up here. The jumping is really tight. I do wish the platforms were spaced a little differently, or maybe Belle jumped ever so slightly higher. Some of the platforming can be really, really tricky. And not necessarily challenging, if that makes sense. Can't lug the whole thing with me, so we can, let's use this, empty spray pump. There we go. Alrighty, so now we have the toxic weed killer. what are we going to do with that? Well, who knows? So we have a bunch of things now. Hall Pass, Taxi Weed Killer. I believe you can carry 6 items or 5 items. You can only carry a limited number of items. Which means you kind of have to pick and choose at some points, you know, what do you want to carry, what don't you want to carry. So I don't need to go back up there. We'll probably get a level up here pretty soon. Level up increases your health. I think it increases your damage, but I'm not 100% on. There we go. So we got a health thing. So, try to use a Toxic Weed Killer on this. Better find the owner of these roots. I'm sure it's thirsty for some poison by now. Something that's really nice about this is that if you figured out the solution to the puzzle, at least for the ones that I've seen so far, but you're using an item at the wrong time, the wrong location or something like that, it'll actually give you a hint or tell you that you're on the right track. And that's huge for a point and click type of game or an adventure game of this caliber. Because the worst thing is just having no hints about what you're doing is right or anything like that. So we have this mop here. Mops turn orange after one too many magical accident cleanup. Not much sure if I get tragic out of it. Not sure if the magic made it more absorbent, but sure as hell made it look styling. I have no idea what to do with this. I haven't figured that one out yet. So we've got the this plant here. We can't actually harm it. In fact, we can hit ourselves with it, and he'll spawn those guys too, those little mandragora guys. So if we read this sign, warning, approaching the carnivorous plant will result in instant death and expulsion from the academy. Plants are magic proof, shooting it will only make it angrier. So let's use our weed killer. Excellent idea, but I'll have to get closer again, giving us a hint. So let's get close, and before it, there we go. Alright, so he's dead, and we get this stinky leaf. And here's some nail clippers. Now there is the bridge release mechanism is stuck. No matter how hard I lean on the lever, I can't budge it even a millimeter. If only I had something really heavy to whack it with. So I haven't figured this one out yet, but also notices a fly following us now because, well, stink. And now that we've destroyed that guy, there are a couple of new enemies around, like those flies. And you can see this opens up now, so now we can progress a little further. We have another person here in the academy. Hey Nikki, what are you doing here so late? Oh, I guess it is. This book is freaking great. Oh well, guess I'll just finish it. Can you help me look for some brew ingredients? Like a scavenger hunt. Sorry, Belle, you know I'm useless when it comes to real world stuff. In fact, I might be allergic to scavenger hunts and possibly fun. Let's try and give her the hall pass. Most days this is the bathroom pass. Half the people in our class don't wash their hands after going to the classroom, so ew. Yeah, so sometimes they'll just tell you, like, I think if you try to give them the nail clippers, whatever this is, it's of no use to me. Yeah, sometimes they'll just say, like, you know, I can't do anything with this. Other times they'll have dialogue, you know, clever dialogue about the actual item. Most people will react to the stinky leaf, for example. Now, we can't actually jump up there, so we need, like, a high jump of some sort to get up that far. If I go to the right... Yeah, so there's also extra areas. There's the detention dungeon here. Now, I found a skull in here, but I haven't figured out what to do with this. So this just shows that, you know, there's different types of areas. I'm not going to actually progress through here because this is kind of a dead end right now. So there's different areas of school, different music, different backgrounds, different enemies, things like that. And actually, these guys are kicking my ass. Now, if you die, you'll get sent back to the council and they'll scold you for dying, basically, getting knocked out. And there's some ghost pigs. I don't know either. Oh, jeez. Yeah, the, lost my train of thought there. Yeah, so if we die and get knocked out, but we don't lose any progress or anything. Oh, there's a heart. I need that. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yeah, you don't lose any progress, as far as I know. You just have to kind of backtrack to wherever you were. There might be checkpoints later on. I'm not 100% on that. I haven't gotten that far. Let's keep going to the left. It's like kind of a church area. And we have another NPC. Hi, Romana. Romana, strong, independent woman, also depressed. Girl, make fun of Romana, go away. I never made fun of you. No matter, all girls mean, make fun of Romana bold head. Romana can't do nothing, one half troll. Now, she's actually holding something there. And I don't know what that is yet. And there's also like an eyeball door here. But there's also a scroll. I think the scrolls give you extra magic spells. Things of that nature. Again, not 100% on that. Haven't gotten that far. Haven't found my next scroll yet. But that would be my hunch. Kind of like that's your progression. So it's got some like Galaga ghosts here. Space Invaders ghosts. Actually do a lot of damage to me. A lot of the times they'll drop health. No such luck though. Oh, there we go. There's some health. So it looks like the bathroom is this way. That's actually kind of curious, now that I think about it. This is the hall pass. And we can flush the toilet if we want, but there's also an item here you can see. Looks really flimsy, even though vandalism really isn't my thing. Let's see what this does. And we pulled it off. So now we have another item. It's a flimsy chain. Yeah. So I don't think I'll hit the item cap without the skull at this point. Oh, we have a kitty. Aw, it's midnight. Miss Willow's adorable kitty can't resist the cuteness. Must pet the kitten. Oh dear. Holy crap, this furball over here has one hell of a static charge on it. Yeah. Let's clip her nails. I clipped Midnight's claws, but I really don't want to be zapped again. So that might actually be a puzzle. This is a library. I don't think I need to go in here. That might actually be a puzzle at some point where you have to find a way to protect yourself from the static charge and then clip her claws. Head up a little further this way. I'm trying to remember where the next puzzle is. I think it's here. Yeah, here we go. Fly wants to go play with the other fly. Here's this lady. Hello, Ms. Bitterwarts. The hell are you doing in my kitchen? Get out. Shoo. Food sure smells good. Can I please have some? No. I don't cook for student brats. Now scram. Well, isn't she a lovely lady? See, she's trying to swat those flies, too. That's just some metal foil. Shiny. Shouldn't take any while Bitterwarts is watching, though. So, we could get this if we can distract her. Well, what if we try to use our Stinky Leaf? This is definitely a good idea, but I need a few more flies to follow me somehow. So, again, you know, part of the thing with point and clicks is kind of like, you know, the joke of rub every item against every item. So, you know, I mean, typically you find new NPC and you go, you know, what, you know, I don't need to, you know, what items do I have? You know, let's try all these items. She looks really pissed off. I better not mess with her. So that doesn't work. Now, what about the chain? Looks really pissed off, etc., etc. And, you know, and then, like, if you realize, though, she's swatting flies, we have that Stinky Leaf. Let's try to get some more flies. So we can jump across here. There's actually a crowbar up there. I've never actually picked that up before. Fall down here, and there's a garbage can. There's also a broken bottle. This is a huge, smelly dumpster full of all sorts of wizardly waste. What about if we use our rubbish? Why is this even an item? Threw it out. So the rubbish is actually rubbish. You don't really need it. What about if we use our Stinky Leaf? Maybe the flies will like our Stinky Leaf. Let's see what happens if I take something stinky and dip it in this horrifically smelly dumpster. Whoa, oh man. Despite being one of the most repulsive things I've ever held in my hands, the plant has now apparently become irresistible to flies. And now we have the fly magnet. I don't think I have any further use for it. So essentially, if we ever need more flies, we can come here. I think it says that too if you use the leaf again. Yeah, fly magnet is working at its full capacity now. So now we have a ton of flies following us. So, make our way back there and get some enemies to fight here. Low on health. Definitely need to... Oh, there we go. There's some hearts. There's also two settings in the game. There's harder and easier. I think easier, I would imagine, just lowers the damage you take, but I have no idea. I actually didn't set it to easier. It stays on harder by default, which, I mean, it doesn't seem that hard. But I can see if you're more interested in the point and click aspect than the Metroidvania aspect, then maybe just throw it on easier. You can change it at any time as far as I know. So we've got these frogs here. And that frog is trying to get after our flies. But if we shoot him enough, we knock him out. We can stun him, cross over here. We can actually do it on the fly too. So let's try, yeah, he's trying to get our flies. Let's knock him out. First time he came through, he actually nailed all of my flies. Now I want to try to get on that platform. It's kind of a tight jump though, so let me get rid of these bats first. Ooh, I made it. Okay, now let me try to get this. Ooh. Didn't know there was a ledge up here. Let me try and get this crowbar. Oh, I got it. Nice. Okay. Durable crowbar. Oh, I actually know where to use that. Huh. Alright, maybe I'll try to use that before I end the video too, because I haven't done that before. Alright, so let's use the fly magnet here. It's going to be brutal. I guess I will shove this in our back pocket, all stealthy like. Let's see what this does. Flies, where all these flies come from? Shoo, shoo. Oh, poor lady. Well, thank you for the fish head. Smelly fish head. And we can get some meat for our butts. We're full now. So you see that, how many items is it? It looks like 6 items. Yeah, we can only carry 6 items. So we'll leave the hall pass there for now. I don't think I need it. And I'm not sure if this comes into play as a problem later on or not, but I have this durable crowbar. I'm pretty sure I actually know where to use it. So I'll take a quick look here and see if I'm correct on this. Yeah, there's a the lever here, or a door. Heavy metal hatch, even though it has a handle, I can't seem to open without some sort of leverage. Alright, let's try the heavy crowbar. Durable crowbar. See if I can get this open first. I pull the handle, lean on the crowbar, bam, got it. Nice. Alright, that did actually work. That's pretty. Oh, Jesus. What the heck is that? Oh my god. I don't know what this is. I can't hurt it. Oh my god. It's hurting me though. Holy cow. Oh my goodness. What have we unleashed? Can I fight it? Oh no, it's definitely well, this is a good place. We're extremely disappointed. It's almost upon us, and instead of fixing the brew, you have ruined your napping. What are you talking about? I've been knocked out. Lying does not befit a young witch such as yourself. So, she actually gives us the hall pass back, interestingly enough. I'm gonna cycle through these. Oh, we actually ruined the crowbar, I think. Metal scrap, interesting. Yeah, so they dump us back here. Now, I'm not sure if all of your items get dumped back here when you die. That might be the case, or they might just give you another hall pass. Either way, it's kind of an interesting mechanic. But yeah, I wanted to show off that. So yeah, that's Mystik Belle. I'm sure there are other spells and things like that. It's actually pretty cool. Like I said, you know, if I have to, you know, be objective here, levy some minor gripes. The kind of floatiness and overall like slowness looking of the game, I think it's an intentional aesthetic, but it looks a little weird to me. And like I said, it controls really well. It feels smoother than it looks, if that makes sense. Some of the jumps are really tight. You just barely make the ledge. I wish she jumped a little higher. I mean, those are really very minor complaints. You know, the art is fantastic. The concept is really cool. It's a nice little game. So yeah, if you're interested in picking it up, it'll be in the description below. And hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, click like, helps a lot, and subscribe if you want to see more. I'll see you soon.